I'm just gonna give a few more minutes and let some people hop on here, and then we are going to talk about the umbrella toppers and ice toppers using a bunch of different products. It's gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna give it just a few more minutes, a few more seconds, and we'll let some people hop on, and then we will get started working. I'm excited. I always like to wait because then we'll get a bunch of people in all at once and I have to repeat, and it's not fun for everybody who was already there. So, hey Athena, how are you? Is everybody happy that it's Friday? I am. I'm very happy. So I was just live this morning on Instagram and I made the biggest boo-boo. I was on my personal page and not Steel Magnolias. Hey Brittany. I just epoxied and I think I got my elbow in it. I keep sticking. Yeah, I was a few minutes late getting on here because I couldn't find the live button. I was brain lapsing hard. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started just because for the replay, I don't wanna sit around too long. So like I said, today we are going to work on the ice toppers. There are different versions of ice toppers, and what makes it different is these little things right here. So I have on, and I've linked it in the description, I have on my personal website the acrylic pieces that you'll need to create umbrella toppers for your ice topper. So there's two different versions. There's one that has a hole in the center that will go on your straw, okay? And then there's the other one that, so hole, no hole, right? The one with no hole, you can just glue on, and that way you don't have to use your straw, okay? So I'm gonna do the full ice topper. And I'm going to show you how to use the acrylic piece to make your own silicone mold. Because this right here is going to let you create the mold, and then you can use your mold over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? And they're really cheap. So, let's get started. I am going to move you onto my top mount so that you can see what I'm doing. Oh, and I didn't pull, hold on one second. I didn't pull up my iPad. Tilt you a little this way. So that I can see comments. Find counterculture. Okay, now I can see comments. Okay. So, first thing we're going to do is to create our silicone mold. I use the blue stencil vinyl, and this is from Amazon, but it's Frisco Craft, okay? And then what I'm going to do, this is kind of a big piece, so let me trim this down. I have my piece of stencil, and I only need it big enough for this. So this is a red Solo cup, and what I did was you want to find one that doesn't have designs, like some of them have curves and designs all the way up to the tip top. Find one that's kind of basic that you can cut really easy, all right? Why am I not seeing comments over here? Okay. So I only need it to be, you know, yay big. So I'm gonna trim this down. I just got new scissors. Y'all know the importance of scissors and crafters. New scissors are amazing. Okay, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to peel this. Maybe, this is why I don't get my nails done. and I'm gonna leave it sticky side up, okay? Sticky side up, and then I'm going to take my acrylic piece. So when you get them, it has this paper backing. You'll just have to peel those off, and then you'll get your pretty clear piece, okay? This stuff has, hold on one second. It's been sitting on my table, so it has stuff all over it. Just gonna wipe it down real quick. Okay, dry it off. Yes, I'm using my shirt. Okay, I'm gonna place this in the center the best I can, and I'm gonna push. Flip it over, rub it, make sure that it's pushed down, especially on those edges, really, 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 really well. Okay, push it down, push it down, push it down. Okay. Once you're done with that, you're going to take your piece of your solo cup and you're going to flip it, okay? And very important step, center it. So I'm sorry if you see my head. I'm trying to get on top so I can make sure it's centered. Center it, push it down, rub the edges. Okay, I can't rub it on my silicone mat. Okay, there's that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use, and this is not what it comes in, these are my little bottles that I put it in. This is the silicone casting, and this is the 200. So 200 is the fast setting, 100 is the slow setting. Okay, so the difference when mixing these is a few minutes of work time. The biggest difference of these is how fast it's going to be ready to use. All right, so I like the 200 because I want to, first of all, we use this at TumblerCon, okay? And so TumblerCon, we got to be very fast paced, so we have to have the fast ones. So these probably 20 minutes and they're ready to use once you set them. For this mold, I'm going to use 20 mils of each. All right, 20 mils, and again, this is the silicone casting, the 200. And I'm using 20 mils of each one. Y'all, I worked out today. Do you see how bad I'm shaking? My arms hurt. I feel like this is not, I used way too much of this one. I was shaking. All right, we're gonna doing a little extra today because I can't measure. All right, I think I need just a smidge more. Y'all, I hate measuring. I think as a math person, I'd be great at it, but I'm not. Okay. This is not epoxy. We do not have to heat it. We do not have to do anything. We are ready to use it. So, I mix my two parts together. Thanks for tuning in. And at the end of this, I'm going to show you a really cool topper that I just did. I did an Instagram live on it, actually. Just, what was it, Wednesday, maybe? Tuesday, Wednesday? Woo. It's going to blow your mind for Father's Day. You're gonna love it. So this is not like epoxy. You will not see it clear to the bottom. I am going to tint it. You do not have to. So here's a tinted one, okay? Here's an untinted one. It's totally for personal preference. How's everyone's Friday going? So if you're just tuning in, we are making a silicone mold to use to make straw toppers for our ice topper. Lots of toppers. Hey Jordan, good. You're gonna love the umbrella toppers. I feel like there's so many things we can do with them. It doesn't have to just be ice toppers. Okay, so like I said, you're not gonna see, it's not gonna be crystal clear. I just mix for a few minutes until I think, you know, hey, that looks pretty good. I am using mica powders. This is Fantastic Fuchsia. And it really doesn't take much. It just depends on how transparent you want your mold to be. I love hot pink, so we're using hot pink. This will not affect anything about your umbrella. It's just personal preference. Oh yeah, you were on there, weren't you? Yeah, I did a live earlier on finishing, it was a basics, like how to apply epoxy and vinyl and water slide. And then we were finishing up the cups I was doing for my crazy toppers. I'm gonna show y'all in just a little bit. Y'all gonna love them. Okay, it's mixed, it's good enough, right? So what I'm going to do is pour it in. And the most important part about this is just making sure that you've covered your piece and you've covered it with enough. You don't want it barely covered. You want it covered. Because too thin and you'll end up ripping it when you're popping it out. So put enough in there, okay? And once you're done with this piece, then what you're going to do is set it to the side. So like I said, this you have, I forget what Barry said. I think you have 5 minutes, 7 minutes of work time, and then it's gonna dry in about 20, 30 minutes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this to the side, we're gonna let it finish, and we're going to do our topper while this is finishing curing, okay? So I'm setting that to the side. Now what we're going to make is this fabulous ice topper, okay? So what I use to do this, I'm gonna take my straw out. This is a True 32 lid from the Steel Magnolia. Hi, I'm Nikki, I own the Steel Magnolia. And here's what we have. So this is what we were just working on. Here's what we've got now. So these things right here are from Truly to Vinyl, and they come with magnets. I took the magnets off of this one for some reason. I have 2 of them. So she custom makes these, they're 3D printed, and she also does carry the molds so that you can make your own of these. If you're only, so here's my suggestion. If you're gonna make one ice topper in your lifetime, say 1 to 5 in your lifetime, buy these. If you're going to make more than that of a certain size, buy the mold, okay? That way it's more cost efficient if you're gonna do a lot of them. So she has one for each size lid at the Steel Magnolia, and these are custom so that when you put them on, they're flat, they're straight, They do not harm. Oh, I had already glued them on here. When did I glue these on here? I don't remember doing that. Oopsies. So once that's where the magnets went. Y'all, I'm losing my mind on this Friday morning. I really am. That's backwards. That way. They're perfectly flat. Okay? And it saves your lid. You're not damaging the lid. You're able to still use it. Right? I had to pop it out. You're still able to use it as a normal lid if you don't want your ice topper on there at the same time. Okay? So, thank you, Jordan, for answering that. Okay, so I made a boo-boo and I already attached these, but I'm going to show you how to do that anyway. So, I thought I had another lid in here. I don't. I'm going to attach this to a small lid. Let me grab a small lid and I'm going to attach this. We're going to do it. Is this an extra small or small? Perfect. Okay. So I grabbed my lid. Nothing's on it. Okay. I'm going to use UV resin. Now, I've done this a few times. Here's my suggestion. Get you 2 popsicle sticks. Lay it down. Put a little dab on one. Okay, just a little dab. You don't want to waste it. And what you're going to do is take your other popsicle stick and you're going to paint it on here. So you don't want too much. If you have too much, it's going to seep out and it's going to get between the magnets and you're not going to be able to use it. Don't want that. Then I'm going to get my UV light. This comes as a kit at Counterculture. Or if you already have the lamp, so you buy the kit, you use all of your UV, you can buy just that by itself. You don't have to buy all of it every time. So what I'm going to do, I'll leave it this way just so you can see, is the straw hole with the straw hole. And you're going to press it up against there really tight so that that epoxy has spread out. And you're gonna put the light on. I do this for 60 seconds, okay? And I have to make sure I'm holding it, squeezing it tight together, okay? And it's going to harden that UV resin. Okay, I don't know if anybody's used UV resin, so let's talk about it, okay? UV resin hardens under the light. It hardens in like minutes. Super awesome stuff. I really, for the cost and all of that, I would not be using this on coats of epoxy on my cup. It's more than that. You can use it in molds. I do not use it in the umbrella mold because you have to be able to bend the mold. And this is so fast, you're never gonna make that happen, okay? So, all right, lights off. I can't lift it up right now, only for the fact that I have nothing to grab onto. So this is where we gotta do our topper so that we have something to physically grab, okay? I'm gonna switch back over to my right side lid though. So my right side lid for this cup. There's 2 ways to do this. You can leave it white to look like ice. I tinted mine hot pink because this was a cherry limeade, okay? Yes, the mold needs to be translucent if you're going to use UV resin in the mold. Thank you for adding that. I did not think of that. Yes, UV resin in order for the light to hit it, it does need to be clear, right? So, and we'll talk about that when I show you this other one. This right here was a cherry limeade, so I wanted to tint, I didn't want to tint the ice, but I wanted to give it that that color like popping through, like what was in the cup was a cherry limeade. So what I did was I tinted my UV. So I put a little bit in the cup, put the lid back on. And I do mean little bit, not a lot at all. And this one I used my neon dispersion color. This is Strawberry Fizz. And because I don't want it to be overpowering, I really use a small amount. And I say that, but I know me, I'm gonna like, it's gonna come out everywhere. That's still a lot, okay? Where's the thing to wipe it off? All right, clean off my top. Grab a popsicle stick. You can use your one from earlier if you still have it. I threw mine away. And we're going to mix it up. See, I told you it's gonna be really bright. Yes, you could use lime green if you just wanted margaritas. I don't have that one out here with me, but it would be quite perfect. And quite frankly, margaritas, I would add a hint of yellow. I feel like green's too green and yellow's too yellow. I would kind of mix the two. All right, so from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread it all over. When you're using this on your lid topper, do not get, you gotta get close enough to the, I might need some more. A little bit might not have been a little bit enough. Don't get too close to your edges, only because you don't want this to get down in between. You will never get it back out, okay? I'll put some more in here. I'll clean that up in a minute. And this does not have to be perfect in any way, shape, or form because you are going to be putting ice on top of it and you're never gonna see it. All right. I've got plenty of time to work with this because I don't have a UV light on it. I'm gonna rub it all around. Sorry if I miss comments. They're disappearing after so many seconds. I wish they would just stay up. I'm just rubbing it on. Again, don't get it around the edges. That's the hard part. Okay, once I do this, I'm not gonna harden it. I'm gonna use this to my advantage. I'm going to get my ice out. And I'm gonna start putting ice on. I suggest going around the straw piece first. You do not want, and again, make sure it's not getting down around the edges. You want to be able to put your straw in there. So these ice chips that I got, they come in like a 100 pack, and they've got like a little curve to them, which is perfect for around your straw hole. Then I'm going to go around the edges. I feel like I need just a smidge more on that one. Remember not to get it in that crack. And the outside's gonna be more important than the inside, because the inside, you're gonna put more chips on top, so there can be gaps in there. A little more. And it's okay if the ice hangs off the edge, you just don't want the epoxy to hang off the edge. Okay, and then I'm just gonna throw some in there, because these are really gonna get covered up anyway, so that one might not stick. And most important thing, your straw hole. I'm gonna take that one out. Okay. So I'm gonna check the edge, make sure I don't have anything seeping down in there. Okay, my straw hole is clear. Now that I know it's all perfect, I'm gonna hit it with my light. So as you can see, the light, whoop. And I'm gonna do 60 seconds on here. All right, let me try to catch up. So just to go over it, the UV resin is counterculture, okay? And so is the light. I'm using dispersion colors that are counterculture as well. The topper itself, where did I put it? This little piece is truly divinyl. I have linked all of this in the description. It should be there. Let me know if it's not. I tried to remember everything before I started and get it on there. So I did 60 seconds. When I start doing the top layers, I'm only gonna do 30. So if you hit it once, it goes to 30. You hit the power button twice, it goes to 60. All right, light is off. And as you can see, now that I have something to grip onto, I can pull it off. Okay, fun time. Now we're just gonna go through there, again, minding your straw hole, and we're going to add on more pieces of ice. We're gonna build us a pyramid. And there's really no right, or wrong way to do this. Just throw them on there. If you throw them, they look more natural. And I just put around the tops and set them in. And I'm not gonna get too close to that straw hole. I am going to go ahead and add my lime. He's gonna go right here. Because I just did him, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the light, because I want him to get stuck on there. Hey everybody that just tuned in. We are making umbrella ice toppers. We're making umbrella straw toppers on our ice topper. Lots of toppers. All right, I just did 30 seconds. It's tight enough for me to keep going. And you can build it as high or as short as you want. Okay, don't do too many layers without hitting your light. Ooh, lunch is here, lunch is here. This is being on a diet, y'all. And then Crystal comes in and says, we'll do salads next week.
I bought all the stuff already.
Oh, okay. I brought a salad today because I'm a good person. Do you recommend the entire neon bundle? Yes. Yes, I do. I love it. Like, here's some of them, just so you know. I've got the pink one. I've got the, like, the magenta one out there. There's the green. Oh, they're lovely. They're quite lovely. Let's see, I'm gonna put one over in here. Away from the straw. Don't mess your straw up, y'all. And let me turn the edge. I feel like it needs one over here. One, if not more. So if he wants to fall, go ahead and hit him with the light. The light will cure it in like 30 seconds. Not full cure, but cured enough that it's gonna stay in its place. And that's all you need until you do your final. Yes, I can eat salads at Chick-fil-A. However, I do not have the willpower inside me to eat a salad from Chick-fil-A. I will on occasion get the wrap, but grilled nuggets at best. Yes, you can mix these with Prime Time to color your cups. We do that at TumblerCon sometimes. Where else do I want to put one? You can use them for all kinds of things, girl. All kinds of things. Straw top, or these things. You can use them in your molds. You can use, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I use them for everything, pretty much. They're great for tinting. I need one more piece of ice. I ran out. Okay, I'm gonna call this my ice topper. Okay, so I'm gonna do it the full 60 seconds. I want it nice and cured. The Lord's nuggets. Yes, it is. And on Sunday, he wants you to eat them calories. I don't know why he's closed. Oh, quick friendly reminder, don't leave this too close to your light. It will harden the tip. So, fun fact right there. How long has it been since we did our mold? I don't even know what time it is. You think it's time? Welcome, welcome. If you're just joining us, we are working on ice toppers and molds. All right, so I'm gonna kind of check over all my pieces. I mean, they're on there, y'all. Now, I know a lot of people say that they pour their epoxy all inside, okay? I don't do that, no. This is plastic, it's removable. I don't see a reason to have to pour epoxy in there. I mean, it's solid, it's hard. I'm not going to get, I mean, even if this did get wet, there's nothing in there, like there's no styrofoam or anything like that. There's nothing in there that I foresee a problem with, okay? You remove this in order to clean your lid. I mean, everything other than the magnets is removable, right? So, there is that. This is my cup that I made. Turn it sideways. There you go. What do you think? I like it. Now, finishing touch. We have a straw, which I think I need to go this way so that you can get the full effect. And look, I didn't mess up. My straw fits. Now you need your umbrella topper. Yeah. Get your umbrella on there. Okay, so here's how we do our umbrella. And I'm not gonna be here for 5 hours, so I'm not gonna be able to do everything. But I wanna at least show you. Yep, it's dry. It probably could go a little more because I see fingerprints, but I think it'll be okay. Don't be scared of this. You're going to pull that off. This is sticky, so it is gonna be stuck on there. You gotta kind of pop that seal on it. Peel off the edges. Come back, almost back. Oh, that's a little wet right there. Pull that out. And then pull out your mold. As you can see, it wasn't completely dry, so my fingerprints are getting on there. I could have left it for just a little longer. But I have one finished, so let's do the finished one. Okay. Find a clean one though. These are all, this will be all right. It's got some glitter still on it. It'll be all right. Okay. Personal preference. I know thin viscosity is meant for molds. I do not like it for this one, and here's why. When you do your mold, if you just pour it in there and call it a day, it's gonna come up flat, just like your acrylic piece. That's not an umbrella, that's flat. About 4 hours into it, your epoxy is gonna be hard enough, and again, play with this, all right? Because your temperature of your house, all those things are gonna play a factor in it. When your epoxy is pretty like solid, but still bendable, it needs to be pretty solid. Like you don't want, because when you bend it, you don't want it to run out the sides, okay? And that's why I don't like thin. Thin takes way too long to do this. So once you have your epoxy in there and it's kind of, you know, pretty solid, you're gonna put it back in your solo cup. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of arc it. Is that a word? Arc it. And you just tuck those corners down in the sides, and it brings, I don't know if you can see, it makes it a dome, okay? And you just keep pushing it until it's even, and just like that, okay? So if you want, we can go ahead and pour the mold, just so I can show you how to pour the molds, all right? And I'll have to dome it later. We ain't doming it now, because like I said, it takes about 4 hours. So, medium viscosity, and 5 mils of each, 5 mils. So 20 for the silicone, 5 for the epoxy. Let me grab, and normally I mix my part A and part B, or heat up my part A. I am not doing that today. I'm actually gonna just end up using the same cup, since if I can, you know me and my measuring, y'all. Okay, there's 5 of that. Let's see if I'm good enough to do 5 of this. Yeah, yo. Okay. Here's where decisions need to be made. It says my battery's running out, but it's plugged in. I don't know why. Okay. Here's where decisions need to be made, because it depends on your cup, what color you want to do. So this one right here, I did pink. Okay, I have a pink umbrella on there. This one right here, this is for my mommy. This one I did the teal, I guess you would call it teal. I feel like you just gotta find what goes with whatever cup you're working on, okay? Those were the ones that are not the straws. So remember how I talked before? There's ones without straw holes and ones with straw holes. So figure out what goes with you. I chose orange for my cherry limeade because I had pink, I had yellow, I had the green lime. You know, like I was trying to vary my bright colors. So I really don't have a particular cup this one's gonna go on, so I can pick any color I want. You guys let me know, what color should I make this umbrella? I have, these are my neons I have in front of me. the yellow, the blue, the orange, and the pink. So you let me know what color umbrella I should be making. While I'm mixing. Yellow. I got one vote for yellow. I haven't made a yellow one yet. I probably should. Let's make a yellow because I've showed you all the other colors. A rainbow striped. Ooh. I won't lie. I tried to like use mica to do the lines. No, it didn't work. And that's on the bottom, so it really didn't work. All right. I think I saw a couple yellows come through. Yellow, yellow, purple. Oh, I don't have the purple in front of me. So let's do yellow. Oh, I just threw that away. Ah. Ooh, that yellow. Yellow, yellow. Oh, that's yellow. This is why you need neon dispersions, because they are, excuse my French, amazeballs. Amazeballs. Tie-dye would be great. You would have to split your epoxy into different pieces. It's not a bad idea though. I do like that idea. That'd be a fun umbrella. Ooh, can you imagine a tie-dyed cup with a tie-dyed umbrella? And I'm gonna show you guys this really awesome topper. It's not an umbrella topper, but it's an awesome topper that I made in my Instagram live. Make sure it doesn't get over top the straw hole. My table is not flat. I know, it's weird. And you're not gonna see the true effects of the yellow since I have a pink mold. But y'all, it's yellow. Oh, who's coming to TumblerCon? Sorry, I missed it. Flashed off right as it came up, or as soon as I saw it. Trying to catch the name. You going to TumblerCon? TumblerCon's gonna be awesome. Are you doing virtual or are you doing the retreat in person? Because the retreat in person, we are making umbrella molds and you get to take your mold home. Unfortunately, I don't have the means of mailing out everything needed to make the silicone molds. Okay. Don't make it too full. So I do have some epoxy left. Normally I use all of it, but like I said, every epoxy mix is gonna end up being different. You do not want to overfill this because then you're gonna lose your spikes and you're gonna lose your straw, okay? So it's better to have too little than too much. Remove this. You see the bubbles. Do you see the bubbles? There are bubbles. And so to get rid of those, let me grab, where did Crystal put that? Oh, here it is. So I have an ultra fine mister. You can get these at Sally's or this one is from Hobby Lobby. And it's filled with alcohol. And then I just, and it pops all the bubbles. Let it sit for a sec. It's still popping. I see the bubbles. Well, it's popping. Let me, Alexis is going to TumblerCon. Oh, where, these things. Virtual. Virtual is going to be a blast. Brittany's going to virtual too. All right. That, I don't see any bubbles. I do see a few more pops, but I don't see the bubbles on top. If you want, you can decorate with some glitter. I mean, whatever you want. I don't, let's see. These are the fun colored, that's what I've kind of been my go-to. And I just, noises do help. Yes, in person next year is going to be so big and amazing. I can't wait. I'm really on the edge about hiring an event planner for that one though, because I think it's gonna be so big, it is out of my league. All right, let me switch you guys back over. Hey, the mold, we made the mold, y'all. So I linked it above, wait, hide you there. Where to find the acrylic piece. Once you have the acrylic piece, you use the casting mold, the silicone casting mold from Counterculture. It's all in the beginning of this video on how we made our own molds, okay? And this will be available for replay, so you can catch it for replay or whenever you're ready to refer back to it. Now, the fun part, the moment I told y'all you wanted to stay for my newest toppers, and I don't have the cups to show you the cups with it because they're spinning, they're super wet right now. So I did a Father's Day cup. The Father's Day cup, and I can explain it to you. It's all on my Instagram, the Steel Magnolia Company Instagram, okay? I used Husky and I painted it this copper brown color, right? Leathery. And I got a tooled leather pattern on Etsy. And with that, key to this, to making a perfect wrap with tooled leather, you take your image and you cut it to about, I mean, even if you cut it, like slice it, right? Make it about half of what you need it. Mirror it. And once you have it mirrored, you put those two together and weld them. Again, this is all silhouette. I don't know Cricut. I'm a silhouette girl. Then you size it to the perfect size for a wrap. Everything lines up. It matches, it's mirrored. You don't have a seam. How amazing is that? That's a little hint, okay? And not just that, even patterned vinyl, patterned water slide, mirror it. Take half and mirror it, and everything's gonna line up so perfectly. You're gonna love it. Okay, so the moment. So I did tooled leather and white vinyl, and then I used alcohol ink to wood grain my tooled leather look, right? And then I wrapped it. And I can show, it's way down there, I can show you. So it looks like a tooled leather cup. And then I made a Father's Day topper. It's a dice topper, y'all. Dice topper. And it's gonna say, Dad's Lucky Cup. Get it? Because the lucky, the dice, the gambling, dice topper. Go to Instagram if you want to see it, okay? Okay. The other one I made is Mom Lost Her Marbles. And you can only guess what I put on the top. Marbles. Y'all. Marbles. And dice. How cute is that? I'm really proud of this. I'm really proud of this. So those are our different toppers. And by the way, remember our mold we just poured, set it to the side, let it sit. Don't let it move, okay? We're just gonna set it down and we're gonna check it in about 3 hours. It's probably not ready. Check it in 4 hours, might be ready. 5 hours, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good, okay? So keep checking back on it. I do have a little extra epoxy. So the toppers. And I've got to show you this one with, actually, let's do the one that had the cherry on it from the other day. Okay. Oh, do the same for Cricut. Perfect. So we have the ice topper with the umbrella. That's what we did today. okay? And I'm gonna keep this available for replay. There's the dice topper and the Mama Lost Her Marbles topper. Whoop, which one am I at? There, center. So those right there are my toppers. Love them. They're such a good, just fun add-on. And ooh, let me tell you this, y'all. If you want to do your dice topper, do not buy the dice from Walmart and Amazon. It's ridiculously expensive in comparison to buying them on Amazon. Amazon, you can get 100 dice for $10, I think it was. So 10 cents each, right? Same way I did my ice topper, I used UV resin. The only difference is they're not clear, so you gotta be careful. So you gotta get that light in there and all the different angles to make sure you get the epoxy on there good and tight and right, okay? Marbles, they are a little see-through, so they're not as bad. God, go check out my Instagram, y'all. So I did make a boo-boo. The cups I was working on today, I did on my personal, which is _Nikki Hamilton. If you want to see that, the finished, and I'll post them all on here later too. But if you want a sneak peek, go check that out. That is all I have for y'all today. We had fun. I enjoyed this. My lunch is here, so I'm gonna go grab lunch. And it is not a salad, and it is not Chick-fil-A either, so it is what it is. All right, y'all, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy it. If you're in Texas, try not to sweat too much because it's a muggy one. And I will keep this available for replay. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you loved it. And we will do this again soon. Have a great weekend, y'all.